Hello, hi, how are you guys today? It's Tuesday for you, May 11th, and I am pre-recording my class for this day, as I did a week or so ago, because today I'll be taking Mark to the doctor to have his staples removed and all of that. So it just happens it's the same time as this class. So thank goodness we can do these pre-recordings. Today is also the day that some of you are part of our chakra series, and the solar plexus chakra starts today. And we'll be zooming tonight. And the solar plexus is all about this area right in here. So we're going to work in that realm today in our chair. And we may do some standing too. And some of these things will seem real familiar to you because they're things that we currently do. Some of them may be things that we're going to try to do that we haven't done before. I have my yellow on for the solar plexus chakra. And thanks for being here, you guys. And I will be with you live on Wednesday and Thursday. And I'm actually alive right now, and I know you are too. And hopefully you're looking at this pre-recorded version of the class today. So thanks for being here. And we're gonna go ahead and get started, and we'll sit in our chairs. And if you have blocks, straps available, you never know, I might just say, hey, you got a block, you got a strap, let's take a hold of those and use them. So, all right, well, it looks like you guys can see me okay in this version of the thinner, more that would be vertical position of the iPad. So I'm going to go ahead and just plant my feet on the ground. I'm going to look down, open up my toes, place them down, trying to find those four corners of my feet, two towards the front and two towards the back at the heel. And then from there, just finding those nice lines, right, all the way up. Shoulders, here my ears, take it back a bit, have them over my trapezius muscle. And that's going to keep us from getting that kind of the chicken neck thing that sticks out a bit. So we'll just try to raise them up, and then opens up our clavicle here as well. And your hands can just rest gently on your thighs. Go ahead and give your eyes closed. Let's just take some regular breaths. And then we're going to come in and out of some breaths in our belly. Breath of fire. The color for the solar plexus chakra is yellow, and the element that relates to it is fire. When we were with our first chakra, the root chakra, that was earth. Sacral chakra was about flow and water, and this is about fire. And this in the solar plexus area is where we build our heat. But it's far more than that. It's also the place where we find our own personality, our individuality. It's where our ego lies. It's where we find our sense of self, self-esteem, self-worth, all of that. And that all is the major development of that comes at about age 14 to 20, 21 years of age. So when we're working in that area, we're working the physicality, we're working the emotional aspects, working the energetic aspect of this area. So then just finding your calmness in this nice posture. We're going to go ahead and start that breath of fire. So breath of fire, I'm going to be breathing in through my nose and out through my mouth. Okay, so I'm going to go, no, let me take that back. It's only through your nose. And you're going to feel that power coming in and out right here in this area. So it's and you see this shirt of mine moving back and forth. And you might want to have a Kleenex, maybe blow your nose. In fact, I'm going to take a moment to do that. So step out of the camera view. Take a little blow of my nose, because again, this is all through that nose and the power and building up of that energy. okay, into this area. So you can take it slow, or you can take it faster. Find what works for you, but let's go ahead and just try it, all right? I know it's something different. And probably taking it a little bit slower will be a little bit better to begin with. The faster you take it, the more oxygen you're gonna bring in, and the more you can get a little bit of a head rush, a little buzz actually from it. So let's go ahead and begin. I'm not gonna count. I want you to just do that on your own. But when you inhale, you're really kind of sucking everything in. You exhale, you let it come out. And ending and coming back and just to a still form of breath. Finding kind of that sense of detoxification from that breath that you just took in quite quickly, quite energetically. Now let's go ahead and begin to open up this solar plexus area with moves that will be really familiar to you. So we're going to do some side stretches to begin with. I'm going to hold on here, lift up, inhale, really lengthen. Take it on over, exhale. Bring it up on an inhale. Take it on over. Do this 10 times. Hang out here on this 10th one. Really feel that opening in that side body, pulling that upper shoulder back just a bit, squeezing into the opposite side of your body as you might lower a little bit more. And then lifting yourself up, inhale. And exhale. Letting that arm come down. Yeah. Feeling that difference in the side body, feeling the lengthening that's occurred on one side as the other side is contracted. And let's go ahead and do the other side. Hold on to the front leg of your chair. Lift up with that long arm. Exhale, take it over. Inhale, take it up. 9 more times. Take it slow. With your breath. Deep full breaths. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Deepen, 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 and hold. Firing up that solar plexus area of ours with these side bends. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, taking that hand down. Good. Lifting both arms up. This is where we're going to lengthen both sides of the body. We're going to take ourselves over to one side, really working into the muscles that work in that area of our body, lifting on up, inhale. And exhale. Take it up on an in-breath. Take it over. Bring it up. Take it on over. We'll do one more set of this. And take ourselves up high, inhale. Bend into cactus arms, take this part of your body, especially forward. Usually it's like our heart working tension. Try to open up this solar plexus area a little bit more as you come into this cactus arms here and bring yourself up. Exhale, pull down even farther. See if you can shine that solar plexus energy forward. Bring it up on an inhale. Exhale, take it down to the level that you want and shine forth in that power place of ours. Inhale, lift. Take a hold of your hands. Take your index finger out, cross your thumb. Notice what thumb's on top because we're going to change that out. And now we're going to come into half moon pose, right? Inhale, lift. Exhale, take it over. We've prepped for this by what we've done so far. Inhale, lift. Lengthen. Exhale. Find depth. Inhale up. Exhale over. Bring it up on your in-breath. Take it back on your exhale. One more set. Good, bring it on up. Release, hands down, exhale. All right, and then we're going to take twist. In this twist, we're going to focus more on the solar plexus up and then into the bra line area and that upper back. So we're going to go from about here, mid back to upper back, instead of taking it down a little bit deeper as we sometimes do. So let's go ahead and cross one hand over the lower part of your belly, like below your navel. Because remember, this was that sacral area here. We're going to try to keep that facing forward as we go ahead and take our other hand behind us. And we're going to try to leave navel forward, okay? And taking solar plexus and the rest of our body over to one side, maintaining, right? Hold on to that belly area, navel forward, looking back over my back shoulder. And then bringing myself forward. And then I'm going to reverse and take the other hand across that lower belly, all right? Navel points forward, other hand comes behind, and taking from this part of your body on up, take it back. Keep the rest of your lower part of your pelvic region, sacral area, the belly button, pointing forward, taking a look back over your shoulder. And then bringing yourself back and releasing. Let's take a couple breaths there. We're going to do that a couple more times. Our magic number today, besides in the beginning when we did those 10 warm-ups to side bends, our magic number is going to be 3 because this is the third chakra. Solar plexus area. Place of power, place of self-identity. It's where we live our dreams and our aspirations. Go ahead and take your hand across again, maybe holding on to that hip point and keeping that navel forward, hand behind you. Go ahead and focus on the solar plexus area on up, taking that twist. Notice the difference here. Okay, you really have to work into another part of your body. Push down to maintain that nice long spine. And then bring yourself forward here. And cross hand over. Hold on here. Take your hand behind you. Lift up. And then begin your passageway to the back. Navel forward. Hips forward. They're going to want to turn too. We're not letting them this time. And then release. you are going to feel after today's practice a lot right in through here. We'll also be doing some abdominal work for this area. All right, let's do it again. All right, take a hold of right below, hold on to your hip point, press down, go ahead and start that twist looking over one of your shoulders, belly button forward. And then releasing, coming back. I'm going to take my hand again, one more time, cross my lower belly. First, I have a nice straight spine, and then I begin to take that turn, keeping moving forward, hips from turning. And then bringing myself back here. All right, let's do a little bit of flow here for this part of our body. A little bit of isolation here, some kind of snaky type movement, kind of cat-cow kind of movement. So I'm going to just bring myself forward, take myself back, bring myself forward, take myself back. Okay, so I'm not really working into my neck area too much. Notice I'm not looking up into that cat and cow. I'm mostly just moving right in here, okay? Oscillating, undulating. Let's do 3 more. So that magic number might be the 3 more instead of just doing 3. And there we go. All right, good. And we don't want to ignore our legs today. All right, so let's go ahead and just do some ups and downs on our heels here, getting into the back side of our legs, the calves especially here. Hold on to the legs of your chair. We're going to start popping up those feet. Lean yourself back a little bit. And because you're doing a lean back, even though you're holding on, you are working in your core muscles. You're working in your solar plexus. Then let's skip. Skip it with an angle. And take that angle only back as far as you will not have lower back pain from this, okay? But you should be feeling the fire start in your belly area. Go ahead like this and out. Back, just as little or much as you like. And if nothing else, getting some work in your legs too. I feel this now. Get put yourselves back to the beginning. And let's take a little bit of a come on back a little bit more. Maybe take one arm up. Maybe take 2 arms up. Take your feet. Come back into as much of an angle as you can find. Again, without putting any kind of pain. You don't feel any pain in the lower spine, okay? You just want to feel it in here. You want to feel it enough that it feels like you're doing something, right? Because that's, we want to power up this area. So our hands can be forward. Take 1 foot up. I'm just going to take and do some coordinating movements here while I'm working with my leg and my arm. And forward and reverse. Right. I'm feeling back my leg when I lift it up too. Go ahead and lift the other foot. And let's coordinate ourselves here. Going in one direction. And remember, if you are getting tired in the core, reverse. You can take yourself out of that ankle back. All right. What we're doing is kind of like Navasana, which is a boat pose. If we were seated on the ground, our boat pose would be our hips on the ground, our back would be like this, and our legs would be like this. Would be on the feet. So we're not going to do that, but we're definitely working in this area today. Okay. The couple big power poses for this are your warrior poses, warriors and extended side angle poses, all right? We're gonna really power it up by using our arms in maybe a little different way for this. So we're gonna go ahead and set ourselves up for warrior two. Now, warrior two, different than warrior one, our hips are more to the side than they are forward, all right? So I am gonna take one leg forward though, and that knee and that ankle line up, okay? And here you might wanna have blocks available on either side if you have them, just to have some extension. All right, so where I am right now, one leg forward, the other one here, my hips are more or less to the side, but if I want a little bit more of that, I can go ahead and take my leg out, maybe bend it down. Now that's gonna take me into warrior one. So just take my leg out. So either out here, or you can have it here, or you can have it here, but opening it more to the side is going to keep your hips more to the side as well, okay? And then I'm gonna extend my arms out. All right, this is our seated warrior one. And we're going to pump into our hands. Okay, let's see if I can scoot over a little bit more. Yeah, so you can see maybe the other hand too, not quite. My arms are a little too long for that. So go ahead and just pump. Pump, pump, pump. And then power it up with fists, okay? So instead of fingers out, we're putting our into fists. And then we're gonna come into here, all right? We're gonna press down into both feet. We're gonna power it up. We're gonna send that energy up. We're gonna bring it down. Elbows at your shoulder height. Power it up. Bring it down. Power it up. Bring it on down. Let's do 3 more. This is the seat of our power here, okay? We're not just talking about physical power. I look at stuff together. Not just talking about physical power, but also emotional power, right? This is our power to succumb to, or not to succumb to the things that are those challenges in our lives that come up in front of us, and that we are able to find this strength, this warrior strength, to make our way through any of those obstacles that come forward. Go ahead and lift up, inhale, release fingers, woo, and come on over here. And then from here, take your hands onto your hips, and let's just take a little bit of circles here, not gonna be very much. And again, it's mostly this upper body that's going around. And then let's take it around the other way. Isolating. Good. And then take your hands this way, and let's take, like one arm is being pulled by somebody, back to the center. Solar plexus gets pulled over to one side, back to the center. Three more times each side. And you're probably thinking, can't we just do a regular warrior one? Sure, go ahead and look over that front arm into your warrior one. And let's go ahead and do a reverse warrior. Take your hand down to the seat behind you. The other arm comes up, hand stretches up. So we're going through that side body again. And if you take it over even more, you're going to feel that even more. And maybe looking up if that feels right for your neck, or taking that gaze wherever you would like to go. Trying to keep that front knee from bowing in or out. Keeping it forward. Press down into your foot. Reach on up, inhale. And exhale, come back into that powerful warrior two. And now let's go to extended side angle. Bend into your elbow. Press your forearm on your thigh. The other arm lifts up high. Take it to your ear. And then take it down. Inhale. Exhale all the way down. Inhale. And exhale. Three more times. And from here, let's take 3 circles forward. And 3 back. And working into that side body. Bring yourself up. Powerful warrior two. And exhale, hands come down. Let's go ahead and take those legs forward. You're gonna feel a difference in those legs. Let's do a little windshield wiper here. Bend into your knees, take yourself to your heels and go ahead and just work those feet left and right there a little bit. And then just walking on you. Just move every way. It feels good right now. Good. And now we're going to take it to the other side. So we didn't really use the block bend, but still keep them close. You don't know what's coming up next. And let's go ahead. I don't even know what's coming up next sometimes. Most of the time. Let's go ahead and open up the one leg. And this is so funny because this is like I'm talking to myself because nobody's really there right now. But then I know when you watch it, you will be watching it and it won't be like I'm talking to myself. Anyways, let's go ahead and open up knee and ankle. Foot coming out directly side of knee. And this other leg, if this is most comfortable, great. You want to open it a little bit more. You want to take it and open it wider. You certainly can. And what we want though are the hips mostly coming, yours towards me, mine towards you. Okay, so find where that's going to work for you on the chair. Okay, in terms of the opening, in terms of where you're seated on the chair. Okay. And you just want to not hyperextend into this extended leg though, okay? So make sure that that doesn't happen. So keep tight around your kneecap and keep a little bend in there if you're extending, okay? And let's go ahead and lift our arms up into warrior two. And let's flick and take fists. And we do a few things a little bit different on this side than we did on the other, but it's going to come out pretty even. So let's do some of this, just taking into fists, licking fingers. And then take those fists, power up here. Let's lift up, inhale. Exhale, down into cactus. Inhale. Exhale, cactus. Inhale. Exhale, cactus, elbows to the shoulders. Inhale. Down, strong. 3 more. Good. Feeling really, really strong here. Super strong. Just keep that and just think about what are the things in your life that bring you strength. What are the things in your life that maybe you want to bring more strength to, right? And feel that power, feel that empowerment there. And go ahead and release your fingers. Take them on up. And exhale, take your hands to the side. And then take in those fists, take them to your hips. Still maintaining this, take some side body just through that solar plexus area. If you have ever done belly dance, then you know that this is some of the work that is done in there. It's isolations. Take it as a couple circles. And if you are a male out there, think, well, I would do belly dance. Let me tell you, the original belly dancers were males. Yeah. And here we are. Let's go ahead and power up again. Take a look over that front arm. Find your foot nicely planted, both feet actually nicely planted on the ground. Find your strong warrior two stance. And take your back hand down, push into the chair, lift the other arm up and take it on and open up that side body. Coming into this reverse warrior here. Breathing, keeping that front knee or the side knee, I guess it is, from falling in because it's going to want to do that. Because it's taking energy and musculature to keep it from doing that. Up. And hold on just a moment. I just need to do a call that just came through, and I don't know why they come through because I'm not supposed to be disturbed. So apologies. So here we are. Back into where we were. Coming here, and we just came out of this reverse, right? So now we're going to come here. We're going to bend into our forearm, place it on our thigh. Take the other arm up, lengthen that side body, and then come on over, okay? Maybe taking a look up, feeling that side body opening up nicely here. Feeling the warmth, feeling like I'm laying in the sun with my solar plexus, just happily meeting the sun's rays. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then bring myself up, find myself in warrior two, push my fingers out. And then releasing my hands down. Let that leg come in and we can feel like, yeah, I really need that. So let's go ahead and take some internal rotation here. Come on to the insides of your feet, okay? The inside sides of your feet, and let your legs just come in to this internal rotation because we've had them externally rotated for a while here. And then go ahead, come on to flat feet. And I have my heels in and my toes out. And then I'm going to go ahead and just take and maybe do a little bit of this. Remember when we did the Charleston? So that we can feel that expansion, external rotation, that internal rotation, okay, of our knees, our hips. Our feet are kind of like moving back and forth between being maybe on the outside flat and then coming to the inside. 3 more. All right, good. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, again, for our continual work with the solar plexus, is we're going to take our hands on our hips and we're going to take some big circles, not letting the hips go anywhere. Again, some isolation here. I'm pressing down into my hips, all right? So they're not moving. And I'm gonna take and reverse that. Good, and then just coming back into a seated Tadasana here. Take a deep breath. We're seated in Tadasana, or we're standing in Tadasana. We're lining up all of our chakras, one on top of the other, so that things feel nicely balanced. Taking a couple breaths here before we go on. And now we're going to go ahead and move into a more of a side stretch. And that'll be, go ahead and open up your knees. both open up. We take the blocks on the outside of our feet. So wherever that is going to feel comfortable for you, come to your sits bones firmly connected to the seat. Take your hand onto a block on the outside of your foot. Let the other arm come over. Let it be there. Up, down, and I think what we did earlier, that extended side angle, we didn't do circles, I don't think, on the one side, so we're gonna do that when we come to the other. And then lift yourself up. Good. Take your hand down, bring yourself over. Yourself back and forth here. And let's take those circles, 3 in one direction, 3 in the other, because we did not do that when we were doing extended side angle earlier. Lifting up, take your hands interlace behind you, and let's go ahead and lift our chest up, lift our solar plexus area up, and lift our chin up. This is an opening for the whole front side of our body. And then taking myself into a straight spine, bringing myself over just a little bit, enough so that my core is holding me up, all right? Right through here is holding me up. Bring myself back. Take myself over. So we're like a tick-tock motion. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more times. Good. And now we're going to come into half moon pose. But we're going to be doing it in a seated position. You will need blocks for this. So we're going to have one leg really extended out, okay? So extend that leg out. The other hand's going to come onto the block. And from here, you're going to take your arm up, take it over, and only if you, let's see how long it is. Yeah, only if you can or want to. You're going to go ahead and bend into that other knee, bring it up, and take it back down. Bring it up, and take it back down. Bring it up, take it back down. Okay. And then if you want, you can go ahead and reverse that. So we're making those circles here. Sorry, that was in the way. 3 in each direction. So in our half moon pose, you would be with 2 straight legs, and one is hanging up into the sky. So we're just trying to kind of bring in that side body angle of it and give a little bit of lift in that back leg. Okay. So go ahead and bring yourself up. I'm going to try that again. If you didn't lift the other leg, it doesn't matter. It takes some core to do that, and only do it if it felt like, okay, I can do this, and I'm feeling like it's a good thing for me. Right? That's all we want. So go ahead and find yourself with a block on the outside of your foot. Extend that other one out. Take your arm length in that side body. Staying right here, or putting your pressure on this hip and hand, lifting up your knee, taking it into a circle. Lift it up, take it out. Lift it up, take it out, and reverse. Almost like sliding your foot, pedaling, okay, on the ground there. And then lifting yourself up. Let's take both legs out, long and straight. Make sure you're staying on your seat, okay? Don't slide off. Take both arms out, And let's go back and forth. Maybe using power hands here. 3 more sets. That's 1. That's 2. That is 3. Good. All right. Bringing legs in. We're going to go ahead and take a stand here. And we'll be using the chair still. So go ahead and take that chair and face it with the lower side towards you, because we're going to work in our abs a little bit more. Okay, and then we're right all the way through here. I'm going to take myself with a flat spine. I'm going to first start to just walk myself back so I can elongate my arms, coming into this down dog, right? We found ourselves here last week. We were working with the chair and down dog. Find the stretch in the back of your legs, find the lengthening the side body. Go ahead and pump out your feet if you like. Good. And then from here, we're going to come high on the balls of our feet. We're going to bring our body forward and we're going to come into plank pose here. Okay. Really good for strengthening the arms, really good for the core. Take yourself back. Exhale. High on the balls of your feet. Bring yourself forward into plank. Take yourself back. Exhale. High on the balls of your feet. Bring yourself forward. And take yourself back. 3 more. And taking ourselves back here. Good. And from here, just walk up towards the chair. And we're going to do a practice of Warrior 3. All right. So the last week we practiced a lot with Warrior 1. Today we practiced a lot with Warrior 2. The Warrior 1, 2, and 3 are really powerful poses. And so those are really good for this solar plexus area as well. So we're going to take our hands back onto the chair and keep one foot down. Just let the other foot slide behind me. You can keep it right on the ground there, or the toes can stay down, and the heel is flexed, and you bring that up to about your hip height. Take that hip downward though, so both hip points are in alignment. So Warrior 1. This would be the Warrior 1 with the legs, okay? Warrior 1 with the arms would be both arms coming up forward here with bicep by your ear. So because we're not going to do that today, I'm going to suggest so that you do take the opposite arm of the leg that's raised and take that in front of you and just see what that feels like. Don't take the other one off because that's going to take a lot more balance to do that. All right, so just stretch from fingertips back through your heel. And then place your hand down, bend into that standing knee, place your foot on the ground, and place the feet together towards the front of the chair. And then I'm going to go ahead and take that back foot, slide it back. And this may be exactly where you stay. And before I pick it up, I want to make sure my hip of the foot that's slid back gets pulled forward, all right? Then only if you want, you can begin to lift that leg up, pushing through the heel. Toes are flexed. Bring that hip down. Stay just like that. This, or this. Or take the opposite hand of the foot that's raised up And let that come forward, looking downward at the chair, taking bicep by your ear, pushing through the heel, pulling forward with those fingers. Really long here. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Go ahead and take your hand down, foot down, bend into that front knee, bring the other foot up. And let's walk it out here, keeping your hands on the chair. Good. And then press down with your hands on the chair. Press up with your tailbone and just look up here. And then bring it into curl tuck round into your cat. And then inhale, take it up. Moving in from cat to cow. There's a lot right there in that solar plexus area, as well as we ignite by bringing in that cat and firing up by bringing in that cow. 3 more, please. Bend into your knees. Let your hands release from that chair and bring yourself up into a standing mountain pose. And just feel all of that energy now that's just kind of accumulated, and then it dispersed itself throughout your body. And it's stagnant energy. We worked. And a lot of that stagnant energy, go ahead and get back in our chair, resides right here in our digestive tract and our solar plexus area. That's what we've worked a lot today. The outside, the musculature, we've worked into the depths of it, into the digestive system. We're going to do a little bit more of that now too, okay? So we can do a little more detoxification. So I'm going to keep one foot down and lift the other foot up, maybe with my hand underneath my thigh. I just begin to bring that up as close as I can into my thoracic area. Or I can take my hand and interlace right underneath my knee. Maybe it helps me to bring it in a little bit more. At the same time, I'm trying to maintain a straight spine, okay? Without leaning back too much. Use your biceps here. Really pull in. Good. And then slowly begin to release that down. And we're going to go ahead and pick up the other foot, interlacing the opposite leg underneath that thigh. Begin to lift it up. And maybe your foot just is coming this far. It doesn't matter, okay? You're using your arm strength, and your legs are getting an opening here, and your hips as well. The hip is getting its motion in that forward way. So go ahead and be strong here. Use your power, your strength, your endurance, your discipline, your energy, and release it slowly. And then we're going to do a couple more twists and a little more opening for this area. So we're going to take ourselves totally over to the side right here, both legs over, and I'm going to take my hands to the back of the chair. And I'm going to use that as a leverage here. And before I do that, I think I'm just going to cross my legs. So one leg crosses the other. Remember what leg crossed over, because we'll switch it on the other side. Just squeeze through your legs if you want to press down with the one foot that's still remaining. And then go ahead and take a twist. Let that twist happen wherever it's going to go. So I'm gazing back. So my cervical spine is twisting. My thoracic spine is twisting. reversing down into towards my hip area. Feel that in through my front area, that solar plexus area. And then I'm slowly releasing back. And I'm going to take my hands on the chair, press down, lift up, and take a look over my back shoulder. Oop, and I just got a nice little chiropractic pop. That's great. Yeah, just needed that. And slowly reversing out of that. So remember what leg you crossed over, because you'll cross the opposite when we turn in this direction. You can stand up or just find yourself scooting around on your chair. So I'm going to take the opposite leg, cross it over, press down with the foot that's still grounded, maybe squeeze my legs together if I want a little bit more there. And then I'm going to take my hands to the back of that chair, be nice and straight here with my spine. And then I'm going to go ahead and take a look back. This is a big twist here. And breathing. And then I'm slowly releasing, coming back around, taking my hands onto the chair, anywhere, straight spine, push down. I'm pushing with one hand, I'm pulling with the other. That's just what I'm doing from my chair that I'm on. And I'm looking behind me now. And then I'm turning myself back around. Taking a couple breaths. Good. And then bring yourself on back. And from here, let's just do a little bit of flow. And we're going to flow with our cat and cow. Then we're going to flow a little bit with our eagle, actually, eagle arms. So let's go ahead and just this regular seated cat cow. Two more. Actually, one more, because they said we do magic 3. Yeah. Good. And then let's do a little bit of our arm flow. Inhale. Bringing my legs together here to get a little bit of internal rotation here towards the end. Inhale. And exhale. One more flap of the wings. Exhale down. Flapping up. Exhale right under left. Find it. And find. Just move it with my upper body. When we've done our seaweed asana, we've added our legs. This time I want your legs together so that you can really get a feel of this into that solar plexus area. But you're also getting it all the way up to the hips, into the shoulders, to your head. Squeeze those legs together, come back to center, release, and let's fly. Exhale down. Exhale down. Fly it up. Exhale down. Fly it on up. Exhale, left under right. Legs squeeze. Upper body moves. Whatever juicy, open, luscious way you want to move it. The roof. Legs together. Back in the center, inhale. Exhale, release. 3 times. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale. Exhale through your mouth. inhale. Exhale. Let's go ahead, find ourselves opening up to about hips distance or whatever feels right for you. Find yourself placing your sits bones and your hips back towards the back of the chair more. Your legs may dangle. You might find blocks to put on underneath them. You might go ahead and have balls of the feet up, heels on the chair legs. It's all options, right? Or you can cross your legs, or you can put one leg up, sit back, find the back of that chair. Done a lot of work for your core area, your solar plexus area, and very powerful today. So you want to relax now into the back of that chair. Those of you that care or want to bring that other leg up, find yourself in the driver's seat here. Find yourself really comfy and cozy. And the organ that's especially associated with the solar plexus is the pancreas. And so in that, we talk about sweetness of life, right? Finding that sweetness, making sure that we taste the sweetness of life. And I don't always mean going to have sugary foods. I'm talking about those things that really bring us joy. It's called yellow. It brings attention, it brings joy, it brings mirth, it brings levity. So begin to find that to keep your pancreas healthy by finding the sweetness in life, in love, in our relationships, and the things that we do. Anything simple to anything complex. Find the sweetness there, we won't be craving those other sweets that take us into diabetic zone. Taking your hands to heart center here. I'm going to just do 3 sets of the seed sound for the solar plexus area, and that is wrong, wrong, wrong. So we'll take a deep inhale, and then we'll wrong once. We'll take another inhale. We'll wrong twice. We'll take the 3rd inhale and we'll wrong for the 3rd time. Okay, ready? Go ahead and begin. Inhale. 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 Pinky always loves those sounds. So thank you all for checking this out. If you did in that pre-recorded, you'll come into the YouTube site for this. And hopefully you took a look at it, maybe you tried a few things, and you took notice a little bit more of that solar plexus region of your body. So from my solar plexus, powerful center of who I am, to your powerful center of who you are, I wish you a namaste. Namaste, good friends. Thank you again.